Okay, hey, what's up, fans? So today, fans, a little insulting, maybe. Guys, gang, my gang, my people. Anyway, shut up. Okay. Uh, sorry. No, you're not supposed to apologize. Okay. Anyway, so whatever. I'm quitting video games. Yeah, I'm a 42-year-old man, and I'm quitting video games. Yeah, I'm being too loud. Like, what time is it? It's 1:47 a.m. So I'm outside smoking a cigarette out here. Let me just try to talk about what's going on here. So today is day 4 of quitting video games. I figure it's my only hope of growing up and becoming a man. Uh, Not convinced, but it's something. It's a good start. I know it is, because it's stunted my emotional growth, among other things. It's kind of the same deal as alcoholism. It really is in the same vein. It's no joke, as I've said before, and I really stand by that. It is a terrible thing. It is nothing to scoff at. It is a very real threat to men, as Jordan Peterson has even quoted as saying. He has a video about the threats of video game. Don't quote me on that, or don't quote him on that. That's not what he said, but he did say something sort of like that, sort of, kind of. But the point I'm making is that it is a big deal to me and many other men out there, probably in better circumstances than me. But regardless, I have a fly effect. You can tell I'm a mess. Things are not working out, as I will continue to say in monotone, probably. But regardless, this is a real thing for me, and I've been making steady progress here at the care home. And this is day 4 of quitting the video games, and I am doing much better. I noticed some changes already. I have more focus. I said more focus, not great focus yet, but I do feel more kind of more even keel. I don't have these spikes, these crazy spikes of wild mood swings as much, and I sleep. I can actually sleep, and not the key isn't that I can sleep at better times. It's that I can sleep, because I used to not even really sleep. Like I mentioned in one of my past videos where I may or may not have been having a nervous breakdown on the air. I did, in fact. What was I saying? I lost what I was saying. But anyway, get this kid an agent. Or no. Wow. Yeah, we could take some time unpacking that moment and really explore what happened and how crazy I really am. But that's a waste of time. I need to get to the point, which is how crazy I am from video games. Like, really, most of my problems are because my whole life I've played video games and use it as an escape. And, there are other ways to deal with adversity or with, things that can traumatize the minds of highly sensitive people like me. Video games is really the main culprit. I stand by that. If I can pull this off, successfully quit video games for at least a while. I've set the date of the 15th of February. If I can stick to that goal, which is the plan, I believe that I will definitely. No, I'm serious. I will definitely be in a better spot in my life. I mean, or at least I'll be forced to deal with life now instead of just hiding away, right? That's really the key. And despite having all these weird mental problems, as people call them, whatever, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot going on with me, and it's not all video games. A lot of it is being just weird, but I really do think that a lot of it is video game related, just because it's all I've ever done, and it has effectively replaced the need for a social life, or the need to deal with life at all. But man, I feel really self-conscious about my volume. Let me put the cigarette away in the little dispenser machine where the thing, I call it the thing, reminds me of that Fantastic Four character. But anyway, I'll put this away. I'm gonna go inside. Or should I drop my lighter? I've got like 3 more inside. I'll just leave it there. It'll be waiting for me, I'm sure, unless... God, I'm such a... Okay, enough self-talk. I'm gonna go inside. Sorry about the dead air. Nothing I can do about it now, except mention it and then berate myself over it. But that's not... I realize that I'm amazing. Anyway, here we are in my humble room. No posters anywhere because I'm a minimalist in my life and in my interests. I believe you should deprive yourself. That's my goal, is to be miserable. Okay, so anyway, in all seriousness, I'm so overwhelmed by my thoughts. I just cannot think. I'm it's like I'm constantly digesting everything I just said and wanting to analyze and critique what I said, and then like go through a process of like, look, I know what I said was dumb and here's how I know, and then I want to describe what I think the audience's reaction is, and then to discuss further. And see, that's what, all this stuff is happening in my head. Like, see, I know a lot of that has to do with like, not being very physical and just being way too up in my head, cerebral, all that stuff. Like, like, I don't know what other gamers are like, but like, I mean, for me, maybe just me specifically, my weird temperament, just the way that I'm wired, just being all weird or whatever, like it's just not, it's like, it just keeps me like this, you know what I mean? Like, because I've noticed a difference when I don't play video games and I'm actually, exercising. Like, I mean, it at least for like the 20 minutes after I exercise, I do feel like on a different kind of, like a different wavelength, or I don't know what the word would be, but like I feel more, a little more, like I have a little more energy, like clarity, or I'm just not as much in my head, even though I basically am kind of just like, lost, like dead to the world. I get no relief, none. It's brutal, it's a pretty dire situation. I play it off like it's a joke, but it's ridiculous. So it's so hard to, I guess that's what trained my mind to be more aligned with like the absurd, or comedy in general, just because like it's just so tragic that it's not even a virtue. It's like I'm just kind of like, my mind is just trained to naturally just see things as being ridiculous. So like it's like, um it's like a defense mechanism, like despite myself. Like I feel like my real personality is like just a normal dude who like wants to like party or whatever. But like I because of the tragedy of not being able to party, the bitterness makes me a different type of person. It's complicated. Maybe not that complicated. Maybe I'm just bitter. Could be that too. But either way, I'm trying to make some changes so I can improve. And that's a real thing, whatever that means. But yeah, but yeah, it's like my weird mantra. It's like how I center myself, my thoughts. I bring it all back to, but yeah. And then, of course, with my fragmented mind, it's like, yeah, dot, 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 and then, uh, yeah. Yeah. Uh, I do have ambitions, I have goals. They're all very vague, none very certain yet, which I know is a very, serious kind of thing. Like, you kinda need at least a direction, and I basically go around in circles, and that's not good. Um, um, what are some of my goals? I want to, get back into theater, I think, is like one idea. Maybe do like take an improv class or something. I'm way too unstructured to have any real ambition, at this point in my life. I don't have a job, as I've said before. I would like one, if only so that I could feel like I had a job. And, well, obviously, you want, I mean, well, for money, I want money. I want to be able to have money so that you know, I don't want to provide for anyone. I'm just saying I want money so that so I can, like, buy Cokes, Coca-Colas. Yeah, Coca-Cola. I'm a simple kind of I'm too afraid to say man. It doesn't feel honest. I'm way too hard on myself. But anyway, look, the thing is, I got to quit the video games. They're not helping me. They're making it worse. And I don't need it to be worse. um, Nervous laughter emotes. Um, I something's brewing here. Something's in the pipeline. I can feel that I'm gathering material. This is all me. I'm gathering material. I'm gonna have a big comeback. I'm gonna have a different hairstyle. I'm gonna dye my hair like the Joker. I'm gonna shave. I swear I will one day. And I'm gonna get better glasses. I just noticed yesterday that this is like cheetah print or something. Like, I have no idea. I thought it was like Weezer or something, like hipster glasses. And then no, they're granny. I've got granny glasses. Okay, whether or not my funny man routine is working or not, I think is not the point. I need to it's damage control. And that's I'm just trying to be humble, like, I'm fucking awesome. I'm trying to be humble. It's important that I'm humble, all right? Especially if I'm as whack as I am. But that's not true humility, I've learned, is to berate yourself. It's a false kind of arrogance, even, I've heard it said as, it's like you've got this inflated sort of underlying feeling like, but I'm better though, deep down, I'm better than all of you. And that is kind of how I feel, kind of. I do kind of think that um I am like, smarter or something like that. I'm just being honest. Um, but uh, like, the circumstances don't like reflect that yet. But I mean, I do think that I have potential. I mean, not that means anything at all. I mean, who doesn't have potential? But I mean, I don't know. I just think myself in circles, and I can't finish the thought. But the point is, I'm trying to quit the video games. I've mentioned that before, maybe a few times. But all I want to say about, really, I'm just trying to say that um things are going better. Like, you know, maybe that's all there is to really say. I've been told in my writing group today that I just kind of talk in circles, and it can get very tiresome, and that my critiques take way too long, and that I only have like one or two points. And I don't disagree, but here's why it doesn't matter. Because, look, I don't disagree, and here's why it doesn't matter. Because, look, I don't disagree, but here's why it doesn't matter. Because, look, I don't disagree. Okay, that's enough of that. You see what I mean, though? Like, I don't know. Um, I'm being a real cornball today. I could totally tell. Um, there's so much wrong with me. I don't even know where to begin. Like seriously. Um, uh, um, okay, let's not panic anymore. I'll COVID. I'm just trying to bring myself back to like reality, by using like a word that like inspires like humility, hopefully, like it's a serious thing. You know, um, I'm a human being, so I don't know if that means anything or if it matters or um, but anyway, at least I have that tool in my toolkit now. Um, but not to talk in circles, but anyway, maybe I'm just I don't really need to say much more, but just maybe just check in. I I mean okay, well, I guess basically I guess the key points are that I'm still basically kind of just in my head and nothing too much has changed um except the sleep is better and I've already mentioned all that stuff. uh um my laugh is so cute. I did have an interesting mood swing today, if you want to call it a mood swing. I don't know. I had a reaction. Something happened during the day that like triggered me or whatever, and I was like for a period of like 30 minutes, I was like intensely furious and was like it was like I was just seeing red kind of for like 30 minutes. I was just like looking at everything like I was gonna like I wanted to I felt like I had, like, a lot to say, but, like, didn't know what it was, and, like, knew that it was an intense thing, but I didn't know what it was, and I kept, like, trying to be mindful and, like, wait for, like, the answer, like, "What does this mean? What does this mean? Like, what should I do with this energy?" And then it just kinda, like, faded away kind of, and I was just kinda, like, mildly irritated, and then and then it was just, like, back to being, kinda just having a sullen attitude about everything, just sorta like, "Oh, yeah, life is pretty shit. Guess I'll smoke another cigarette." And I guess that brings us to the next point is that I'm still kind of escaping through like, cigarettes and coffee, which is like a really pathetic version of alcoholism where you don't, well, it is exactly what it is. I don't need to describe any further. Um, but like that's my relief now is like cigarettes and coffee. So like that's not good enough. Um, it isn't. Uh, and Okay, um, so hopefully tomorrow I will keep to the plan and just have faith that this is all leading to something. That it'll I'll be confronted with some things that will maybe corral me to the next challenge. Listen how I talked about myself. Oh, like okay, yeah, I may as well. I'm cattle basically. I'm a cow. I'm a fucking cow. Um, basically, Um, yeah, I should be having more of a reaction to some of this stuff that happens. But anyway, so I'm getting a therapist soon. That might help. I've heard people say that it does help. And like Jordan P said in his video yesterday, I saw he said use whatever works, whatever works. I mean, my God, you want? Okay, I'm not gonna imitate him. I'm not doing a good enough job. I want to do more justice than that. I'll attempt it some other time. Anyway, but that's it. I guess that's all. I don't want to waste any more time. Not that anyone's gonna ever watch this, but I know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, that was day 4. Hopefully day 5, I'll get in a little bit more depth about the process maybe, or like some of the more notable moments throughout the day, and hopefully be a bit more focused. But maybe that's what the point, right? I'll just keep kind of checking in, and how I am is how I am. If I'm not focused and I'm all over the place and making fun of myself, like, no self-esteem, I've got no self-esteem. So I guess that's where I'm at. Uh, I guess I could be doing more, like to have more self-esteem. I don't know what it would be. But I'm trying to do the work. I mean, I'm doing, like, taking the steps, I guess. I'm like about to get a therapist. I'm going back to school. So I mean, these things are supposed to, like, do something. I guess my mind is just incapable of having it matter or something. I don't know. Is it my attitude? Am I just psycho? Like I've been saying. And when I say psycho, I mean, like, uh, maybe what I mean is, like, having a lot of just repressed rage. That kind of, like, fucks with everything, and, like, distorts it. Like, it's almost like it makes everything a moot point because you're not in reality anyway. But, like, if I was in reality, I might be like, I just imagine myself, like, thrashing around like a lunatic, like being put in, like, 4-point restraints or something. I just feel like that's where my head is really at, and, like, this is, like, some kind of weird, like, subdued version or something. Like, it's not based in, like, what's real for me, like, where I'm at. I really kind of do feel like a character from, like, a psychological thriller who's, like, who ends up being the villain at the end or something. I really feel like I've got some creepy thing going on where but I think of myself that way a lot anyway. But, like, like, I always have kind of seen myself as, like, being really, fucked up, basically. It's really what I mean. Just, like, having a lot of, like, weird trauma and pain and just shit that just makes me really angry, I guess. Like, I've been through a lot of shit. But pretty cool, huh? I don't know, dude. You can tell I'm psycho by my laugh. It's a way to um I think it's, like, out of proportion with the gravity of where I'm at. Like, I mean, it's, like, too innocent. It's like, that's what's so creepy. It's like I got this, like, it's like a very kind of, it's like a laugh with, like, a childlike optimism that is wildly inappropriate in this world. Like it's not like, it's like a sign that there's a lot of unspoken gravity in, like, my mind. Like, it's like that's how fragmented I am. That literally, like, my laugh is, like, sweet and innocent, and, like, my eyes are like, you see anything? I don't. If if I'm coming off super creepy, I guess, uh I mean, my sweetness shines through, I'm sure, but, like, even still, um, I can be pretty, it doesn't matter really. It's like, I already know the fundamentals of kind of the way reality works. Like, what you focus on is what becomes more real. So, or, what you put out. Like, it's like I'm creating fear, or, fearful thoughts, or thoughts that are kind of pessimistic in nature. Of course, that's what will result is self-fulfilling prophecy, essentially, you know? And I guess the key is just getting out of that frame of mind where you feel like things are possible. And then the trick becomes, how do you beat your habits of negative, kind of orienting towards negative things? And then that becomes about maybe surrender, or being willing to accept maybe a more lighthearted approach to life when everything in you is sort of like more uh like that's bullshit because like I've been through serious shit. Like I'm not gonna just flippantly just, you know, I guess that's kind of the sort of the paradox I feel of life is like letting go of the, I guess, self-importance ultimately. But on the other hand, it's like you want to do it justice, like the pain you've been through. And you don't want to just like be like, you don't want to just abandon and be like, so anyway, let's go get ice cream, you guys. Like, I mean, not that people talk like that in reality, but I mean, well, no, they do, huh? Anyway, but it's just like I need to be able to focus. Like I just feel like that's what's wrong. And then my mindset becomes, why can't I focus? And then of course that becomes paranoid thoughts. And then I start to analyze my face and I'm like, see my laugh. It's so boyish and strange. Like maybe I'm over analyzing things a little bit. Like my laugh can change from moment to moment. Like anyway, obviously I'm way too in my head. Like this is clear. I'm just grateful I'm able to like, even, recognize that. I mean, if not for my intelligence, did I just say that? No, yeah, no, but if not for my intelligence, I might just, who knows? Anyway, who cares? I'm not that intelligent, but obviously I am, but that's not what I mean. I'm just trying to be humble, but I can't. It's impossible because I'm brilliant, but it doesn't help me. But look, the point is, I don't know. I don't have a point. I don't need one. I just need to do what works. And quitting video games has been working a little bit. So I have to stick with that. And hopefully it'll lead to like personal growth. That's the point. That's the goal. Um, and I have to like retrain my mind to like be positive. Like that's sort of the big thing. I've never been able to be positive. It's always like, yeah, but can I throw a little shit in there? Like I need to be a little cynical, right? That's just not me. If I'm not, I'm not sure if if it's that or something else. But anyway, regardless, all right, I'm done. That's enough, right, for today. Uh, Tomorrow I'll do another one, and I hope I'm more clear tomorrow. But that's in God's hands. And anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Uh, you can suck on that for a while. Suck on that. Give me some money, and give me a Coke with chocolate ice cream. And I want to buy a skateboard, and just so I can hit you in the head with it because I'm because because I'm crazy. You can call the police, and it's not going to make a difference. I'm still going to be making these stupid videos because no one ever watches them, and I don't care. This is for me and my addiction. And if you want to watch it, then fine. It's on you. That's your bad. You're stupid. I can't help you. You're stupid. You shouldn't be watching this shit. So anyway, so yeah, thanks you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. And I need like a catchphrase or something, like everyone has a catchphrase. How about until then, my dick is in your mouth, and good day. Okay. And my dick is also in your mother's asshole. Okay. See you tomorrow, guys.